we know that the power of making wealth is in the hands of God. It's equals to God. Now hear this. In our previous video in the garden, we were talking about contentment, being okay with what God has given you, being okay with the little that you have. But today we are learning about wealth, the power of wealth. In my studies, I got to know that God is the ultimate source of power. God is the ultimate source of wealth. Why? Because God is the one that giveth power to man to possess wealth. In the story of Deuteronomy 8 from 1 to 20, it talks about the Lord bringing the Israelites from the land of Egypt to the promised land. Now God bringing them from poverty to riches. What I mean is that God is bringing them from Egypt, which is full of stress, which is full of struggles, the pit, poverty, what they were, going through in there. And now God bringing them out of Egypt and putting them on the platform of the promised land in which He has promised their ancestors. Now let's look at this example. Now God bringing them from Egypt to the promised land, He was bringing them from poverty to riches. Now before God took them from that place, He had already told them that I'm going to give you the land that I promised your ancestors, a land full of honey, full of greenness, full of food, full of water, full of everything that you will need to survive this life. Now somebody will be like, well, that kind of life is a soft life, In our world, somebody will be like, oh, that kind of life is a soft life. Yeah, it's a soft life. But why God made them go through what they went through before they got to the promised land? Now let's look at this. God wanted man to suffer to gain.